Hello everybody, it is Tuesday and it's my third last day in work, so I have tomorrow and Thursday left before I have some time off. I probably will have about a week or two off depending on how this other job process that I am currently on will go, so we shall see what the news of that will be in the next day or two. I'm not really too concerned. I am off to a posing lesson, so I had a posing lesson last Thursday which went well, but it was like 3 weeks since the one previous, so kind of picked up a few bad habits, and I did some posing at the weekend. I think on, was it Saturday I did it? It was in my last vlog anyway, so I think it was Saturday. And then I didn't do anything Sunday or Monday, which I should have done something Sunday, but I didn't. So myself and Michael went for a walk on Sunday around the marina. We started at Catardo near the rowing club, and then we did the Black Rock walk and came back. Got absolutely soaked, which I'm going to rant about, by the way. I was so cranky because I checked the weather. It wasn't meant to rain, so I was like, fabulous, it's not meant to rain. And we got there and it rained, I say on and off, for the first hour, and then we had another half an hour walk back, and by then my feet were soaking. And I don't mind walking in the rain, it's just when my feet get so wet that I feel that my socks are squelching, which had happened. So I was cranky, Michael was laughing, and I was just like, this is great. But anyway, we got like 14,000 steps. I ended up today with like 15 or 16,000 steps, which was very good for a non-workout day. And yeah, so I didn't do any posing that day. Had a nice chill day. I even took a bath, took a nap, had a lovely Sunday, and I just feel like shit this week. And I'm wondering why. I'm like, why do I feel like shit? I'm probably just a small bit under the weather from getting wet, and I can probably speak for Ireland here that we're all sick of the rain. And Magda posted something on Instagram being like, did someone try turn the rain back on and off just to see would it fix itself? Like, you know, when something's wrong you turn it off and turn it on or whatever. But I just thought it was very funny because I was like, I'm not the only one that's sick of this weather. So yeah, that was kind of the weekend. And obviously did the High Rocks with Shauna on Saturday, which is in my last vlog. And I have posing lesson today. I had physio last night, so Dave is back. So happy. And usually it's my trap is the issue, but recently I've had a ringing in my ear. What else has been happening? A ringing in my ear, like just a stiff neck. I was getting headaches out through my temples since last Thursday. And what else was happening? Dizziness. So if I get up too fast, get a bit dizzy, but like obviously that's normal, like people get that. But it's been nearly every day, like 2 or 3 times a day, where I'm getting up and I'm just a bit dizzy. So Dave said that my neck was all locked, like all up here, and he kind of joked and was like, can you come back tomorrow as well? So I'm back in next week, which usually I have a 3 to 4 week break, but because my neck is so locked up, I need to go back. And it was actually since last Thursday, Jess noticed from my back pose that my traps were quite tight as well. So we're going to sort that out. And yeah, I just feel like shit. Like I had physio last night, tried to do a gym session at lunch today. It was more like a blood flow session because it wasn't anything like getting like personal best or anything like that. I was just there, got through my sets, got my cardio done. And I'm on about 9,000 steps now, so I need to get maybe 3,000 to 4,000 more, and I'll get that up in the gym because I'll probably just go on the treadmill for a small walk before or after the posing lesson. And yeah, that's my weekly update for now. Food was dropped last week, so on non-training days it was dropped to 1430, something like that, 130 grams of carbs, which was fine because I kept busy most of the days I was on training days. But I'm finding I'm a lot more hungry now this week. So shit is getting real, and we are 14 weeks out. And I kind of feel like shit. So yeah, I was asking Magda, I was like, when did the exhaustion kind of kick in for her? And she was saying at 6 weeks out. And I was like, fuck's sake, I am 14 weeks out and I feel like this. But I honestly think it's the weather, my sinuses are bad, my neck is stiff, like it's just a combination of everything. And I just really want to cancel everything. Like, I don't want to go to the gym, I don't want to do my posing lessons, I don't want to do anything. But I know that once I get my posing lesson done now today, I'll be reset again, because last week after my posing lesson it really did reset me, and I was like, okay, it got me excited again. And every time I go to them it just gets me excited, even though like posing isn't my strong point. I've said this time and time again, I'll say it till the cows come home, that posing is not my strong point. And when I'm going into lessons, I'm just like, why am I doing this? Like, you know, I just don't be able. So that's kind of a bit of honest hour there. And yeah, I hope everyone is doing well and the weather isn't bothering them as much as it's bothering me. That's just a quick update from today. Hopefully I will get the camera out as the week goes on. But yeah, chat to you later. Happy Wednesday. It's now midweek and I just finished my last leg session of the week. So obviously I have my targets that I hit before my check-in on Thursday morning, and I just did my last leg session and cardio session there, which was quite tough because I just did 3 days in a row, and I usually never do 3 days in a row. It's just the way it kind of happened to fall this week, over like the weekend and stuff, having the high rocks, not doing anything on Sunday, and then I had to go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to hit my targets, and I was dying today doing my session. Yesterday as well, I'm not in the best of it, I won't lie. It's like I just feel a bit sick this week. I was saying to Michael and Shauna separately that I don't know what it is about, just since December, whatever this sickness is, like the on and off of it. Like I mentioned it in one of my vlogs as well. It's just all the congestion and stuff like that. But I actually feel like yesterday I did my session at lunchtime, and I sat at my desk and I was eating, and I was like, oh, do you know when you have like aches and you just feel blah and you feel sick? I was like, I'd rather just go home to bed now. But I had to go do a posing lesson, which I did really enjoy, and I have a video of that, so Jess sent them to me, so I may post it, but I will see. We used her posing studio upstairs, so it was grand. There was no one like watching or anything, but the floor was a bit different to the gym floor downstairs, as you can imagine. So it's just learning to pose on different surfaces as well. I was kind of a bit like Bambi on the wood, because I wasn't used to like the slipperiness of it, whereas downstairs it's like black mats, and you know, they're quite tough. There's good grip in them. So yeah, I feel like shit is the be all and end all really of what I'm trying to say. And I was standing on Stairmasters, and I could, like, not standing, I was walking on Stairmasters, and I could see my reflection in the window, and I just saw the bags under my eyes. And the video that Jess sent me yesterday, like, I was just like, I actually just look like shit this week. It's just is what it is. But we're sorting that out now Friday, getting a bit of Botox in the forehead and crow's feet, so hopefully a bit more of a fresher look, and we'll see what that does. I am just on my way into my favourite place after my leg day. We all know what it is at this point, for coffee. and also I'm not rushing into work because it's my second last day and it's 20 to 8. Usually I'm in work for 7 or 10 past, sometimes half 7 if I'm in the gym, but today I am just taking my time. Hopefully have good news about the other job as well today or tomorrow, and we will see how that goes. What I also wanted to talk about was the scales this morning. So basically yesterday I was on training day calories Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which means that like my weight was progressively like going up the last 3 days, because obviously being on the 1435 calories over the weekend with limited carbs, my weight like plummeted. But then with training causing inflammation and, you know, water retention, all that kind of stuff, the scales were going up and up. So today I was 51.1, whereas at the weekend I was 50.5, so that's 0.6 in a difference, which I'm not concerned about because I know that's going to happen with like the higher calories that I'm on for training during the week. I just said I'd mention it because like thank you.
Thank you, enjoy.
Sorry, I had to get my coffee. But yeah, I just said I'd mention it because like obviously a lot of people are concerned with the scales, especially on their fitness journey, and I have had clients messaging me being like, oh, I've been so good today and the scales went up the next day, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, like, it's how you feel, and it's knowing that you've like ticked all the boxes and it's staying consistent. Like, you know, I don't know what my stage weight will be. I don't really care. I'm just like, as long as I'm doing the work and seeing the changes visually, that's where I'm happy, and I'm in a good spot right now. So like, even just the scales going up and down there now the last couple of days, I'm like, that's okay, because I know it'll level out in a couple of weeks. But I don't know, is that like a struggle then for some people? Like, obviously a lot of people are driven when it comes to like weight loss to see the scales go down as quick as possible, but you kind of want to do it in a sustainable way as well, that it just, you know, doesn't impact your health or anything like that. Because like even the stuff I have to do there with the prep that I'm on, like having to go to the gym 4 days a week, cardio, interval, steps, and I'm 10 weeks into it now and I'm absolutely exhausted. Like, it's not sustainable at all. And I have another 14 weeks of this, like, but I'm used to it because I've done it so much. It's when you come to lifestyle clients, you don't want to like push them to this limit because it will be very unenjoyable for them. So, you know, if you're on a weight loss journey and you're concentrating on like the scales dropping very quickly, I would work on changing my mindset there and just work on enjoying the process. I've said this in my podcast as well, just picking performance-based goals like a Hyrox or like personal best lifts and stuff like that. Don't like concentrate on the scales, because like your body will change with the strength coming in, it'll change with like your protein content in your diet, it'll change with like your water and all that kind of stuff. So that's my advice for Wednesday. Well, lads, we survived the day, the second last day, and I closed out pretty much everything I needed to close out. So tomorrow will just be an easy day in work. It'll be a slow day, I suppose. I don't need to be rushing in, and I'll probably finish around 3 o'clock. Possibly before that, we shall see. But we've had good news. So I have gotten a new contract for my next job, which is fantastic. And in saying that, I'm not starting my induction days until the 2nd of March, I think it's a Monday, or is it the 4th of March is a Monday? One of the, like, whatever day Monday March starts on is when I'll be doing my induction. So I have 2 weeks off, which is strange for me because I don't usually take that amount of time off ever. Like, even if I'm going on holidays myself, I never take 2 weeks off, so this is going to be a bit surreal. I'm going to say now I don't know what to do with myself, but like, also I can do a lot, like with going to the gym and just get my steps, and just focusing on prep for the 2 weeks make things a lot easier, and then develop into a new routine. So like, madness. I'm just boggled what I'm going to do for 2 weeks. I actually texted Michael and was like, will we book a holiday somewhere in the sun? But like, I'd be actually quite comfortable to go to Spain if I could, like, you know, because like, obviously if we got an apartment or something, I could like cook my own food and go to the gym and all that kind of crack. So I would be comfortable enough to go to Spain on prep. I'd actually like to try it. It'd be a little bit of a self-challenge that I would like to try. So yeah, lots of celebrating. Not that I can drink or eat anything to celebrate, but the job I've gotten and the contract I've gotten, I've wanted to get for years, let me just tell you. And when I was going for this job, I went for a few jobs in the same company I was working in, but I was in a contracting role. It's just I wanted to get an actual company contract and become like staff or like a permanent position. Now it's fixed term contract because nowhere kind of gives out the permanent positions anymore. They give out the 23-month fixed term contracts, but the fact it's a 23-month contract is amazing, because I was always only ever on 12-month contracts, and then come the end of like the 12 months you'd be like, will I be renewed, won't I be renewed, depending on the project needs and project funding and project closeout and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is definitely a relief and definitely something to be celebrated, because it's something I've been aiming for years, especially since I moved home from Australia 4 years ago, or is it 5 years now? I think it's 4 years. So yeah, I got good news today. I'm very, very happy. Still a small bit under the weather. Finally admitted it to myself. I know I said something this morning about it, but my nose is just completely blocked. It's really annoying me, and I just feel blah. So yeah, it's Wednesday. I'm going to do the food shop, even though we don't do food shop till Thursday. But you know what, now I'm just going to go and get it done. Just going to go and get it done and stock up, and really stock up now for the next week. Get extra bits so that we're not stuck come the start of early next week. But it doesn't matter anyway, because I'm going to be at home for 2 weeks. Not having to food prep and bring it with me or do anything, and I can just eat as I go if I'm staying at home, and just concentrate on me for 2 weeks and just keeping the house clean, and might meet up with a few friends who have had babies. So yeah, absolutely delighted. So cool. I'm buzzing. Great news now this week.
I've been broken, I've been burned, fell through fire, lessons learned. Every scar a battle cry, every tear a reason why. They try to drown me in the rain, but I rise again and again. Through the chaos, through the flame, I remember my name. You can throw me to the dark, but I'll spark a fire in the night. Every wound becomes my mark. I was born to fight. I'm a survivor, I'm alive, no chains can hold.
Good morning. I just said I'd pop on and show you what I take for my supplements. Now, I did put out my vitamin C because I was talking to Jess this week about being sick again, and obviously when you're on prep your immune system is down, so I'm just sick of it. And she was saying to take some vitamin C, and yeah, so I know I have some in the cupboard since my last prep as well, and I use Elevate all the time for my supplements, so I just said I'd pull that out there this morning. The second thing I take is thyroid and metabolism and liver support, so they're kind of like my three mains most days. Now I have gotten a bit bad for taking the liver support and the thyroid. I I have taken them definitely in the last week, because I've just been like running out the door and stuff like that, but yeah, we're back to taking them now. We're back to routine with that. What else do I have in here? Oh yeah, I have a glutamine as well, which is great for your gut. Now when you're taking this, you have to be careful. Like it's kind of recommended you start on a low dose, like 5 grams a day, and then if you need more, to increase it after a week, just to kind of monitor how you feel when you're on that for the first week. Yeah, I also stuck my makeup brush into my eye, which is annoying because I already have like a leaky eye, and now it's just worse because I stuck my makeup brush in it, which is great. But yeah, I don't know, am I going to go to the doctor or not? Michael wants me to go get sorted, but look, at the end of the day, if it's a flu, then they're not going to be able to do anything for it anyway. I am usually not sick during prep. Like, this is the first time that I'm actually struggling with being sick during prep, and I don't know, is it just because it's this time of the year, but also it could be from walking in the rain with wet bloody socks and shoes. And that might be sorted today though, because my new runners are coming. I ordered, did I take them out? Yes I did. I ordered Hoka's, they're Gore-Tex, as much as runners can be waterproof, but we'll see how they do me now when they come today. I might go for a walk, give it a go. And yeah, that's kind of it from me. It's my last day in Striker. It's my last day in work as a contractor, and I have 2 weeks off, so I can't complain really. I really can't. And I was joking with Michael yesterday. I sent him a text and I was like, do you want to go on a holiday? And he was like, don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. But I was being serious. I was like, I'd book a holiday now if I could book a holiday somewhere in the sun. But we also agreed this year that we would save, so that's a priority. And when I'm out of work for 2 weeks, I won't be paid for 2 weeks, so I have to be sensible as well. But everything with like bodybuilding and posing, bikinis paid for, like my coaching's monthly anyway. I need to get more subs, I say, at the end of the month. Outside of that, it's fine. I actually don't think I went through the cost of everything before, did I? So if anyone wants to know what the cost of stuff is, just ask a question of specifics or whatever, or I can just like write it all out, because I actually have written it all out and I've come to the conclusion of how much I have to pay this year. Well, up until June anyway, at least, when it comes to bodybuilding. So if anyone wants to know that, I can tell you. Okay, chat to you later. Hello everybody, I am just up out of bed and it's 12:10 Friday afternoon. I just said I'd pop on because I got my feedback from Niall as well, and I just want to show that it's normal for even
people like me who have to be on prep and have to be in the gym and have to stick to a food plan, that when we get sick, you know, you really have to rest. So it was kind of forced rest in one sense, because I literally couldn't get up out of the bed. Like, my plan this morning was to get up, go to the gym, go to my appointments and all that kind of stuff, and I was just tossing and turning all night, from like 1 o'clock onwards, tossing and turning, and my body is like pulsating and I just have no energy at all. And I did have some soda bread and jam this morning and a yogurt, protein yogurt, and I ended up going back to sleep for the rest of the morning up until now, which is after 12. I was awake for a while this morning, and then I was like, you know what, now I'll go back to sleep and see, does it help if I can get up and get going. And I wanted to get the gym done today and go to my appointments. I had all these plans and I just could not move my body. I was just like, I still feel weak, I still feel blah, but I want to get up there now and just try to be normal. I got feedback from Niall this morning, which is good. He did say to rest today, so I said I was going to do active rest and just get my steps, do my intervals, and move in some sort of way. But he said not complete rest, even though I had like complete rest as well yesterday. But I had non-training day calories yesterday, so my weight is on a new low. It's 49.9 kg, which is very low for me, and we're 13 weeks out now come Sunday. So he dropped my training day calories to about 1500 from 1700, 16 something, which is alright. It's 30 grams of carbs. It's gone. I knew that would happen. But what we're going to do now from possibly next week is bring in refeeds on the weekend, so the carbs will probably double then on the weekend to see how my body responds to that. But apparently we're looking the best we have this far out in any prep, so I'm happy with that feedback. It's just being sick has kind of thrown a wobbler, and I have not been this sick ever on any prep. So for me it's like, what do I do? Obviously we have my own clients, I would tell them to rest. I would like, just rest until you're 100% better, because your body won't recover too quick, because like obviously you need water and rest and recovery to get like back to normal, because if you're putting your body through some stress, it's not going to go back to normal. That's lifestyle coaching. My lips are very dry from breathing through my mouth as well with my blocked nose. But this is kind of different because obviously I want to do the best I can, as much as I can until I compete, and I have started taking vitamin C, so hopefully this is the last incident of where I'll be sick in this prep. It's just a hard time of year to prep. I've never prepped it like this side of the year before. My preps are always between like September, December, or kind of May, June to September. Like I've never actually prepped through January, February, March, April or May. So I am finding it quite hard with the weather and stuff like that. But we move anyway. I put on a bit of makeup just to give me a small bit of colour while I head out and go get my nails done. And I cancelled my other appointment. I couldn't. I was just like, can't do it. So going to get my nails done, hopefully make me feel better. And then plan for the weekend is go to the gym tomorrow morning. I might go down to Crosshaven, see my dad, and then Sunday we're spending time with Michael and Lottie. And yeah, I'm off for 2 weeks anyway, so there's a lot I want to get done in the 2 weeks. Clean the house, clean out cupboards, just tidy is one thing, like. And then I committed to doing a Easter blanket, so on the 18th they're releasing patterns every week for the Easter blanket, so I'll have 2 weeks of being able to crochet that. Also need to pick my book back up because I haven't picked it up in a few days, and that makes me sad. Just take some time for me, and then I'll just be at home being able to you know, do the laundry, have Michael's food made, make life easier for him being in work and all that kind of crack. So that's the plan for the next 2 weeks. But yeah, look, I just said I'd pop on and, you know, show the real kind of side of what happens when you do get sick, or, you know, like, everything's not perfect right now. It's a bit of a struggle, and being on prep is not easy, especially when you're sick and stuff. But look, it is what it is. We have to do it. We have to keep moving. You know, there's competition at the end of the day. There's a set date. It's not going to change just because I got sick. So we will move forward. Hello everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope we are all having a very nice one, whatever it is you're up to. If it's hanging out with the girls, if it's hanging out with your boyfriend, if it's hanging out with your mom, I hope everyone's having a really, really nice Valentine's. I went to the gym this morning to try blast whatever this is out of me. Now, it's not the best idea. If I had clients that were sick, I would also be telling them not to train, but because I'm on prep and I kind of want to keep progressing, I just went and did like a blood flow session. So like just getting the pump in, kind of getting like blood to the muscles, just, you know, keeping the pump there and reminding myself and my body that we are coming back to this soon. Which now, I don't know how long it's going to take me to recover. Hopefully by Monday. And I absolutely look like shit, but this is kind of me now for the last like 2 days. And I did my interval training after as well, just to get the steps in and stuff like that. And I just got home, so I am just cooking some turkey rashers, have a bit of soda bread, and then I have to do check-ins, which I kind of pushed out from yesterday, and I hated doing it, but I literally could not get out of bed for most of the morning and my energy just dipped. But yeah, so plan today now is just do the check-ins, maybe do a bit of posing in a minute if I can, and the gym is done, steps are nearly done. I'll get the rest of them kind of pottering around the house, take a shower, wash my hair, try to feel somewhat good, and yeah, just stay at home for the rest of the day and eat my food and all the rest of it. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a lovely Valentine's. Michael actually got me a bouquet of flowers as well, and he got me a little present of painting mugs, which is very nice. It's like potteria, so you kind of paint them, but just something we can both do, because obviously like I'm on prep and we can't go out for a meal or anything like that, and it's lucky that we can't, because if I'm this sick I would probably be like, oh, I don't want to go out for a meal or anything. And we might go to the cinema as well, alright, which is fine because I can bring my own bits like protein yogurt and dark chocolate or whatever. But when we go to the cinema, whenever that will be, we'll rebook it. So I just said I'd pop on and let you all know what's going on this week. We're 13 weeks out now, come tomorrow. It's going quite quick, so at least that. But other than that, nothing else to report. I already explained about my check-in there yesterday. It's going to just be a very low-key, chill weekend. I might throw in a training session I did about 2 or 3 weeks ago that I didn't kind of post on the vlog yet, just an upper session. It's the same one I did today, but I'm not going to re-record everything I'm doing, so I'll just put it in after this. And sure, look, if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. It's just the way my training plan is. And yeah, have a great weekend. I'll chat to you later.
Built a world in 4 small walls. You danced in socks, answered other calls. I was your home, but you were set to roam. There was always more for you. So fly, my love, be free, don't look down. My world's an empty, silent town.